This is an overview of the family website administration. You'll notice that we'll start off with the address of the family reunion. Every family reunion has a similar web address. We'll start with the last name of the family reunion, and then it's .cma2014.com. So in this case, shots.cma2014.com, and that will bring you to this welcome page. If you want to administer your site, if you want to change some things, you want to add some pictures, you add to the end a backslash and then the word login, and then hit enter, and it'll bring you to this page. At this page, you type in your username and password, and if you've come here before, it might save it for you in the autocomplete feature. And then you type in your password, which is case sensitive, so just remember that when you're typing it in. If you want to, if this is your laptop and there's a Remember Me button, that's your choice if you want to do that. Either way, after you're done, click Login. That will bring you to the welcome page again. However, it looks a little different. In this situation, it is on the French side. We have a toggle button up here that says English, so we just click on that and it'll change it to English. You can toggle back and forth between French and English. So this is your welcome page. You'll notice on the side here we've got 3 little buttons. We have the button for printing like you normally saw on the welcome page. The envelope is for email. And then there's this little button here with a pencil and paper. That's the button you press in order to edit your page. When you just come on this site and you haven't logged in, you will see the print and the envelope, but you won't see the pencil. So if you see the pencil, you know you've logged into that site. So we'll just click on that. And when you click on that, this is the information from that page. This is where you can change different features, add pictures, and you can add your information, change your information. So this is the information on this family web page. Now, one thing to remember is to make sure when you are done to click the Save button. And when you click the Save button, you end up, well, okay, if this happens, you just kind of click out of that. Otherwise, it'll say over here on the top, it'll say article successfully saved, and all your information is there. Whatever you put on your English page, make sure that you go to your French page as well and make the same adjustments, or have someone make those adjustments for you. You'll notice that pencil is still there, and when you click on it, it's the same thing that happens. And you just adjust your information. You can type in where you need to, change the dates, change the locations. Whatever it is that you put on that page, you can make those adjustments from this section. When you're done, again, hit sauvegarder, which is save. Okay, and we'll go back to the English side. Now, you'll notice this home button. When you click on this home button, it will bring you back to this welcome page every time. The Contact Us button, when you click on that, you can put in the name of a contact person for your family reunion, someone who can respond to emails and answer questions. In order to add that or make changes, again, there's your edit button, and feel free to do that there. Again, whatever changes you make here, make sure to make those same adjustments on the French side as well. Now, as we look at these buttons down here, we'll look at programming. This is your calendar of events. And as we scroll down, You'll see all the information, as much information as you want to put in about the various events you'll be having for your reunion. So if we look at this and we click on that button under programming, you will have the same feature as the other pages. Now these boxes will already be included for you to fill in. Okay, so you type in the date, the location of the event, and what's helpful, because we have 2 different time zones, is to place the time zone so that people know, when they read the program, they'll understand what time they can figure that out. So here you type in the time. Over here it's 10 a.m. as you can see, and then you just type in the information. Now the nice thing about this is if we keep entering, it'll just resize itself in order to fit the information you want to put in. Okay. Now let's say we wanted to add another line after Atlantic hour here. You hit enter, it will add another line there. Okay. If you hit shift enter, it'll continue with the same formatting of the information from before. And as we go, you'll notice they have information for Baker Lake here on August 14th, and then if you keep going down, they have another day here in Madawaska. And notice how they changed the hour to the Eastern time, because they're going to be in Maine. Now if you wanted to add another box, you can copy and paste. So you just highlight, so you want to add another day, and just highlight here and just scroll down and then hit the copy button, which is right here. Copy. Oh, okay. You might want to use another internet format in order to do that. Okay, so, but you can copy and paste on various formats and just add it to the bottom. So we're going to cancel out of this because I don't want to change I don't want to make any of the changes that I put in there. So we're going to cancel out of this. And this was the information that was already there that I didn't put in. Okay. Now, we'll just skip a little bit here of registration for a minute. Your committee, your family reunion committee, that information goes here. Again, as I mentioned before, you can put as little or as much information as you want for contact information. If for some reason that your secretary decides she doesn't want to do this anymore, she's too busy or something has happened, feel free to come in and click the edit button and come here and change that. If you don't have if you have a website either on Facebook or for your genealogy or any of the other sections, you can add that hyperlink to your website page. As in this family, they have a link to their family genealogy website. Some people, if you don't have any information as of yet, you can put coming soon, or you can add whatever information you have already on that site. Again, you click on the little pencil and make that happen. So we're going to go to the registration portion. This is where people come to register for the events. And you can just kind of scroll down. You'll get a generic form that looks similar to that. we'll start with form setup. When you are in the login section, when you are logged into the site to make adjustments, there's a few extra buttons that you have. You can set up your form for your registration. You get a registration list, which we'll go over, and also you can print out PDF formats of the registration form to send to individuals who may not have internet access. So in order to set up your registration, you click on the Form Setup button. The nice feature to this is that you don't have to go back and forth from English to French. You make one registration form and it'll be placed on both for you. If you have optional text that you would like to put in outside of the form, you can do that here. Some examples are, if your dinner has a maximum capacity of people that can be registered, so you can add that there. If you have a registration deadline, you can place that here as well. Other things, some people like to just add a little bit of information or just a little comment about their registration, and this is where you would put that optional text. The next section is you need to add the person responsible for the registrations and their contact information. So that way you will, if someone has questions or needs to contact you, they have a contact person. The next section, once you've figured out what it is that you're going to be doing and what your program is going to look like, you can add this information here. All of these spots where it's white, you can add whatever, your costs. If you have specific guidelines for individuals like this, for these folks, children under the age of 11 are free. If you have if you have a senior discount, or it's a different price for couples, you can add that here. You can also add under activities and meals if there are any fees associated with that. If you have a dance or a dinner or a certain event that may cost extra money, and you want to place those prices individually here rather than have one registration fee, you can separate that. Make sure to add it for both English and French here, so that way it will show up on both pages. The payment section, in order for once people register, they need to know where to send the money. So you would add that here. And the contact information, the mailing address of where they need to mail that payment to. Once the form is complete, click on the Send button. When you click on the Send button, it will, and you look at the registration, all the changes that you have made will show up here on your registration page. And if you'll notice, this is the individual you placed in the contact information. They had placed a registration deadline. All of these things will automatically pop up. Whatever information you put on there, it'll come out here. Okay? Now, nice feature to this is the registration list. So if we click on that, we get a sheet here of these individuals are already registered on the site, and it's all the information that was placed on their registration form is listed here. And if you click on the plus sign, it'll list all the people that those individuals have registered. Down here, if you look here, you can take this form and you can export it to an Excel sheet and save it so that way, and print out so that way you can use it to keep track of everything. Now you'll notice that this opened up in a separate page. So you can just click that off, go back here, and you're back on the registration form. These are the registration forms that were set up in the PDF format. Health and safety info, when you are logged in, you will have access to that button, and that will bring you to the page online on the CMA main site that there's an intake form here for those who are serving food or information about lodging. So that way, once you've filled out this information, this will go to the Health and Safety Committee at the CMA. This is for your. This is a helpful site to make sure that everything goes smoothly with your family reunion. And again, this opens up in its own window, so you can close that off and you're back here at yours. Okay. When you have completed all of this, when you have completed all of this and you're done, you've had enough, just go over here to the log out page and make sure to click on the log out button. If you don't click on the log out button, it means you're still logged in. So if anybody comes in later, goes to the site, they may be able to have access to that. So you want to make sure to click on that button. So that's that.